So we should dive into our first story. Um, it's a technical piece, but I'm going to explain it in a non-technical way because I know most of our audience is not going to be technical people. But it's the
Right.
fundamental principles of this that should make everybody be worried of how the left is controlling great things. So the article is Kubernetes falls to far left politics. This is actually the first political piece that I wrote. I was on Twitter one day and I seen someone post about Kubernetes, which is an open source project. And what is an open source project? It's people volunteer their time and they contribute code to make new features, make whatever software it is great again. And so a lot of companies will invest resources into it and maintain it even. And it's a great way to send money to a project by hiring developers. So people are coding for free for the greater good. That's basically what open source is. So I was on Twitter one day and I seen this weird tweet from the Kubernetes project. And it said, so hashtag diversity is now a Slack channel in Kubernetes Slack. Retweets appreciated. Note to white dudes, please join. We need to talk to you more than anyone. So Slack is just free software that allows people to collaborate. Businesses use it all the time for interofficial chat.
Right.
So, note to white dudes, please join. We need to talk to you more than anyone. And this just got me thinking, who's we? Why are white people being labeled the victim or the oppressor here? What did white people do to even make this channel created? I find it very appalling here.
Well, didn't you know that the devil is white?
Why not?
I mean, that's about the closest equation you can get, because everything is the fault of white people.
Yeah.
And well, some of that may have been true in the past. I'm not going to lie. I know that there's a lot of history involving white peoples in general that's pretty bad. But as an Irish immigrant, I know what these people are talking about. And I don't go around saying, oh, well, it's the white man's fault because, and even the people who oppressed me, my history, my ancestors, my ex-wife was one of them.
Yeah.
Never blamed her for a second. Never accused her of being racist towards me. Never accused her of being part of the problem. But that's part of today's identity politics, and unfortunately, it's what's motivating more and more people to believe in this kind of nonsense, because it's self-promulgating. The more people you get to stand up and say racism or sexism or bigotry, the more people go, well, if they're saying it, there must be some truth to it.
Yeah.
So without understanding what they're saying, they get up and they also go racism, sexism, bigotry.
Yeah. A little while ago, Apple hired a black female to be the Apple's diversity chief, and that name, the title, just makes me want to vomit in my mouth. But
yeah, a little bit.
there's a nice twist to this story. She said something that made so much sense. The quote is, there can be 12 white, blue-eyed, blonde men in a room, and they're going to be diverse too, because they're going to bring a different life experience and life perspective to the conversation. Her name is Denise Young Smith. I completely agree with her. Too bad she's had to step down shortly after making that statement.
I was about to say, didn't she get fired?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. Diversity and tolerance until you disagree with me.
Yeah. I mean, I lived all over the country, small towns, large towns, and some of the areas were mostly white, but nobody was the same. Everybody has different religious backgrounds, values, beliefs, and they can all contribute something. And I don't know if you heard, but Google is famous for blacklisting conservatives.
Yeah.
Twitter has shadow bans. YouTube, oh, so much going on with YouTube. They're just censoring them like crazy. All the conservative YouTubers are reporting this. First, I was like, maybe you guys aren't just doing something right. I know you're not the most technical people because you're YouTube stars. But after more of the evidence came out and people saying the exact same thing, even an audience verifying it, I started to believe in the conspiracy.
Yeah, actually, I saw this recently. Two of my friends just got out of Facebook jail not like 3 days ago for a barely political meme. I mean, some of the stuff I've said already just during this recording, this show, is already way past what they said. And I actually got a call from my friend Benjamin Knight. He's a fellow Marine of mine who retired last year. He called me and he was like, "What the hell is going on?" Because I just got banned permanently from Facebook. Like, he had to make a new Facebook account.
Wow.
His last post that Facebook said was ban worthy was, "Watch out, bro, they're going to get you," because one of his friends had posted a Republican meme on his Facebook page. And apparently that comment in itself was enough to get like permanently banned. He'd already been warned like 3 times for saying stuff that was against their clause.
Yeah.
And then he just got outright banned. Like, tell me that is not biased.
Mm-hmm. Bias.
When a left wing comedian can hold Trump's head on a plate, and it goes over Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, and it's paraded as courageous. But then if I got up and said, I believe in lowering taxes and equality to try, not equality to have,
Mm-hmm.
I'll get banned.
Yeah. But this is the problem the free market can fix. Someone's going to make a new platform, then Facebook's going to be crying. So back to this on Google being famous for blacklisting conservatives. According to Business Insider, there's lawsuits filed saying employees at Google who express conservative viewpoints in politically charged debates may find themselves blacklisted by managers at the company, an explosive new lawsuit alleges. And by blacklisted, that means their names may appear on actual lists, the suit says. Google's employees who identify as conservatives say that they have complained to HR and senior management about the list. Google even spent $265 million on diversity and it did nothing. According to Paul Boyes of the Daily Wire, love you Daily Wire, it turns out that Google's culture of mass virtue signaling and diversity campaigns has done absolutely nothing to curb its hiring discrepancies, even after spending a whopping $265 million. So the question that I have is diversity a real problem in the tech community, or is it made up of one because some people hate seeing many people of the same race and gender?
I think it is a problem in the tech community. I think it's a problem currently in a lot of our communities, but not for the reason that a lot of people might be thinking right now. I think it's a problem that we think that not having enough diversity is a problem.
Yeah.
I think that looking at your workplace and going, there's not enough black people, or there's not enough Asian people, or women, or short Filipino gay men that love basketball is a problem. Well, no, you thinking that is a problem, because merit is more important than your race, your sex, your gender, whatever else you think may be a factor. Religion.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Exactly. You're there to do a job, not give a speech about something. You're there to create a product.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's diverse. So, say you hire more people of a certain race. Is that going to solve your problems? And what problems need to be solved?
I mean, we've already seen it in colleges. We have college funds for women. We have college funds for minority. We have college funds for immigrants. They are not doing a service to the community. There are a lot of individuals who are using those scholarships to get into college where people of the same race, the same gender, the same backgrounds are getting denied with much better scores because they have to meet their diversity quota. It's bad for business, it's bad for our economy, and frankly, it's bad for moral views.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea to be thinking that way. You may think that it's anti-racist to go, we need X amount of black people working here, X amount of women working here, so on and so forth. But that is the racist view.
Yeah.
That you think that that is what should control your workplace.
Yeah. On the libertarian side, I'm a conservative libertarian, if nobody watched the promo. But on the libertarian side, I think that affirmative action is terrible, and the best people in college, or best people applying for the college, should be able to go to that college. But on the conservative side, you're going to see a lot of smart people coming from other countries here, and they're going to be taking up slots of our citizens. So I would like to get rid of affirmative action and just have the best of the best, but keep it nationally.
So should we get rid of all affirmative action? And does that include the 2B program, where we take the best and the brightest for other countries and we give them a scholarship here to learn and be educated?
I mean, it should be very limited at most, I think. Yeah, we should welcome other people from other countries, but we need to take care of our citizens first. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having people from other countries come here to go to school. It's a place of learning, right?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you get here legally.
That's a debate for another show.
Yeah, we could go all day about how all of these issues mix into each other, and just like, you know, people might say Hawaii is a cultural melting pot. All of these issues, it's an issue melting pot. They're all connected to one another, and you can't solve one without having to solve all the others nearly simultaneously, or else it all just falls apart again.